For life.
Yeah. Bullet cast. What's going on? Stacy. This elite podcast in here. Ain't nobody better. Look. Yeah. Listen to us every time we live in the side. When you turn it on, it's just defining the mind. If you feel it, our opinions is great. When everything we moving now in the state, turn us on. If the feeling is right, every opinion now comes from the heart. No time we move with a part. We on the radio, it's wrestling. Time's aggression. Here is the feeling in the pool. Get the lesson.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? You know the name, you know the voice, you know exactly why I'm here. Just in case if you don't, I am a 26-year-old piece of gold, the messiah of the microphone, and the greatest sports and recreational podcaster in the world today. I am joined by the current reigning, defending, and 15-time Bullet Cast champion, Brandon Tanguma. BT, it's Wednesday. You know what that means. Or Thursday, because that's when this is getting released.
Yep, it's another edition of the Bullet Cast. Phillip, I'm doing just fine. I'm here. I am here. As always, Mr. No Days Off, still. And I'm here, older, wiser, 28 years young. I can't clasp on that I'm still in my mid-20s. I'm officially in my late 20s now. Getting old.
Oh, my God. Monday was your birthday. That's right.
Put me in the ground. Technically, Phillip, I think you were the first person to see me as a 28-year-old. Because I think I dropped you off exactly at midnight on Monday.
That's right. Well, happy belated birthday. We didn't do the... Oh my goodness. We have to celebrate something.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. We have to get you drunk and lubricated and all the things. Your birthday present, I guess, was me taking you to UGWA.
It was a great birthday present. It was a threesome. It's a great threesome. But of course, Brian was not there.
Was it better than the circle jerk you and Lil Durst left?
I mean, I don't know if it was a circle jerk. It was more like an octagon. There wasn't too many people there, so it didn't fully get into being a circle quite yet. But we did get videos during our threesome of what was going down. There was a lot of lubrication going on, if you know what I mean.
All right. What did you think of UGWA, man? Well, it was an Emporium, the 3-story arcade in San Francisco. UGWA, more gay shit happened on Sunday night. And what are your thoughts, man? It was your first UGWA. Come on, let us know.
So, yes, it was my first UGWA. And if you guys don't know, it's quite different. Normally we go to the APW or the West Coast shows, which are definitely more of your like traditional indie wrestling, like almost a PWG type super show type thing. But this one was definitely different. It did live up to the name of more gay shit. Pretty much every person, at least every one person in the match was LGBTQ plus. And the vibe was much different than anything I've been a part of. It's a little smaller crowd, but definitely they knew their stuff. They were excited to see the people there. Me and Mark sitting up in the rafters. They have these cool little bleachers. So we were sitting, we had a nice view. You're saying?
No, I was saying we did like over 400. So I mean that's
well, it just looks different because there's not a range seating like at a regular show. Everyone's just standing around. So, and to my defense, I'm sitting down and there's probably people behind me and people like underneath me that I can't exactly see, but
we had some people on the third level, man. It was fun, man. What'd you think about being backstage with the boys?
Backstage, what was interesting, it was a tight, confined space. We did some interviews. I know you guys will quite enjoy them.
Would have did more if we showed up earlier, yeah.
Well, it's there's a lot, let's just say there's a lot of traffic in San Francisco.
Nah, that wasn't the case.
No, I mean there's a lot of traffic on 880.
That wasn't the case.
Between the Zoe and the Haystack.
If we left at the time I wanted, that wouldn't have happened.
Oh, okay. We could have snuck in maybe one more interview before the show, but I know Phillip's a busy man. He's an employee of UGWA. Very important.
Did some commentary and called the tag gauntlet. We have new tag team champions. Shout out 7-star NPR, the 2-time UGWA tag champs. What were your thoughts on the tag gauntlet?
The tag gauntlet was fun. If you guys don't know, Ugwa, their announcers are literally just like saying it, just calling the match through the speaker so you can hear everything Phillip says and
live over the PA.
Everybody else.
Did you guys actually hear me though?
Oh yeah, you could. You could clearly. Well, I don't know if I'd say clearly, but you definitely could hear what you were saying. I sent you the videos. If I looked back, and you could hear what you were saying on the video.
You missed the line on one of them, man.
I know. I was recording, and then I pushed record, and as soon as I hit stop, you like started talking. I was like, oh, and
it's all about the game and how you spray it. You missed the line because there was an enema involved. Jesus, but no, man. I'm glad you guys enjoyed Ugwa. I'm glad Lil Durst. I don't even know how he really feels about it. I'll talk to him in a few days. But yeah, man, Ugwa, there's nothing like it, man. Go check out. They just released it. Effie versus Sandra Moon on the Ugwa's YouTube channel.
Lil Durst's favorite wrestler.
Effie is his favorite wrestler. You're right.
Yes, he is.
Effie got some flack on the social webs. Did you see that?
I did not see it. What is wrong? Why is Effie getting buried in the streets?
They were trying to compare him to Joey Ryan, bro, because of the thrusting spot where he thrusted his genitalia in Sandra's face, and I'm like, no, that's not it. That's not how this works. Yeah, like I caught on to it like it was going on like what was it, the day, I guess late Monday, early Tuesday, and I caught on to it really late. I'm like, what's all this Effie talk? But no, man, I had the pleasure of talking to him briefly. He's super chill dude. Allie Cat, she was there. Got to talk to her for a little bit. She's super chill. And Big Oos Jacob Fatu showed up, and Brandon looked a little intimidated.
I was not intimidated. I was just surprised that he actually said something to me because we did see him.
That he acknowledged you?
Well, one might say that, but because we did see him a couple weeks ago and we didn't really have any interaction. So, me and Lil Durst just awkwardly standing around while Phillip is chatting it up with the boys. And because we are backstage and people are brought up in the business correctly, they say goodbye to everybody. And it was very awkward if they just have to shake, me and Mark's hand, the Marks.
Yes. Yeah, I've been brought up in the business correctly. You saw me shaking all the hands on the way in and shaking all the hands on the way out. That's how you do it, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. No, but I had fun, man. I mean, Ugwa, that energy in that building that night, it was infectious. It was fantastic.
And definitely like we go to not all the indie shows, but we go to a bunch of indie shows, a completely different crowd. I mean, I didn't see everybody there, but for the most part, all these people that I see, and I haven't seen at like the other indie shows we go to. So this is like a special San Francisco. If you think of like a San Francisco underground, like rock punk crowd at an arcade bar, it's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I mean, I saw a few regulars, from like, I'll see it like an East Bay Pro or a West Coast or something like that. But man, it was, I'm just glad I got to be a part of the magic that night. It was really fun. Now let's talk about TV 14 WWE. So the news broke late last week after we had already recorded that apparently WWE this past Monday was supposed to go to TV 14. Then the article was somewhat retracted and said no, they're thinking about going TV 14. But I was on Peacock earlier, and I guess the news was breaking while I was on there. I saw that SummerSlam is going to be TV 14. That's the rating for it. So, Brandon, what are your thoughts on WWE possibly going back to its old ways?
Well, you say the old ways. What do you mean by that? Because
not the old ways, but changing the viewing of their programming.
So me personally, I don't see this as being much of a difference because AEW's TV 14, and besides the blood, I don't see much of a difference from AEW to WWE. I mean, okay, yeah, like they cuss a little bit, but it's not like over the top and they're like, back at like everyone's just going to revert back to the Attitude Era and say we're going to do that, which I mean, kind of in this climate, and especially with the Vince McMahon stuff, and he's still a part of creative, we're not going to go out and there's going to be puppies and beer baths and all these other different things. So I know people, if you see TV 14, it I guess leaves a little bit more leeway for some creative things to happen. I just don't know what they do now that what they can't do now than what they are going to do as a TV 14 product. Like, they're not going to bleed. They're not going to have death matches and barbed wire matches and bleed all over the place. I mean, the women at this point, even like on NXT, like, they're already kind of scantily clad already. They're not going to go like all the way down in the doldrums of, overtly sex stuff. I mean, I know that's kind of Carmella's shtick, and she even had like the line this week, but I don't see it being that much of a difference, except for maybe Cody's gets his way and there's a little bit more intentional blood, but we'll have to wait and see.
Possibly. We're getting some live fan mail. I tagged you on Twitter so you can kind of see what it is. We got a question about if Bulletcast can film our videos like this. What are your thoughts, man? While I discuss the TV 14 of it all.
Well, Phillip, it would help if you unmuted your microphone.
I did mute myself. I don't know why that just happened. I was intrigued by the article and seeing the TV 14. But guys, things don't officially change unless Vince cuts the promo. Like, when the Attitude Era was ushered in, we don't believe in good guys or bad guys. We don't want to insult your intelligence. And then when the Ruthless Aggression Era was ushered in, ruthless aggression. And then we went to TV PG, and I forgot the promo Vince cut for that. But you get my point. A new era is ushered in when something like that happens. Did you see the live quote unquote fan mail?
Yes, I did.
We shooting that thing on like a 06 Motorola Razr, brother.
I mean, let's see if I got it here. I got my chocolate, my old LG chocolate right here, slides up and down. I mean, even got the little iPod little
what we have
gimmick.
to do one day? You have to plug it in.
It doesn't turn on, but
I was about to say we need to go through the Rolodex to see who Brandon was texting back in the day.
Shout out Justin Traley.
Okay, for sure.
This was like my 7th grade phone.
Oh,
maybe into 8th grade a little bit, but I did
took a girl to the Sadie Hawkins dance, huh?
Mm-hmm. I had an actual flip phone. That's how old I am. And then I upgraded to the chocolate. Couldn't get a Razr.
I had the Razr,
and then I had a slide up. I don't even know what it was called. I think it was called an Envy, another LG phone.
Yeah,
it had the full keyboard underneath, and then I got the iPhone and never switched back.
Yes, sir.
I'm a part of the cult.
Now we're talking about old phones now. Let's do it. I had a Motorola Razr. You know what? I always wanted a Sidekick because they just looked cool.
That's kind of why I got the Envy. It was like a Sidekick Junior. It had the same
Sidekick Jace.
You flip it up and you get the full keyboard underneath, but it doesn't do the twisty gimmick in it.
Yeah, man. And then
call my Fave 5.
I had a slide gimmick as well. My mom had the BlackBerry, and that I used to take that to school because I didn't have a phone at the time, so that I would call home and stuff like that from her phone. But the girls thought the BlackBerry was mine. It had some digits in that thing. Boy. And then had a couple Androids and we hit the iPhone and haven't looked back since. Yes, sir. That's crazy. Man.
Oh, how times have changed. I put my LG chocolate up against my my new iPhone, the 13, and I mean it's like
just 3 times or the 13 Pro.
13 Pro. It's like 3 times the size, and if you don't know what a chocolate is, yes, the phone is a certain size, but then there's a smaller screen, and that's all I have. And so my screen is probably the size of the camera behind the phone because I got the 3 camera gimmick.
That's crazy.
Oh, how times have changed.
But back to the TV 14 of it all. I'm sure there'll be blood. Like there's going to be blood next week. It won't be blood and guts, but there's going to be blood next week.
Well, Brock Lesnar has had his fair share of blood matches. With SummerSlam coming up and the Brock Roman thing not exactly being up to some people's expectations, maybe that's the way you kick it up a notch. Is you have
That
a little
doesn't
bloody
matter.
last man standing match.
Once that bell rings, it's going to be carnage and everything. And there's the theory of it all. And I mean, we'll talk about my theory on theory once we get to Raw. But yeah, I have some thoughts about the cash. So outside of the ring, the Good Brothers are no longer under contract with Impact Wrestling. Their contract has expired. That's interesting. They go into AEW. They re-sign and they going back to Japan to be with the boys.
I mean, they could go back to Japan and kind of do that more full time. I know they have families now and they probably don't want to do that. But if that's kind of their only option, then maybe, or they just kind of go down the route of, hitting the towns, doing the indie circuit. So it should be interesting to see where they go because, I mean, they were in AEW for a while and then they just kind of faded away, didn't do too much. So, and even like I like them like as guys, but just they didn't do too much for me in AEW, and the tag team division's stacked enough as it is. I don't think they need them.
That's not really their fault, bro. It's the guy who books the show. It's his fault. I mean, am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean,
like people complain about.
It wasn't like they weren't on TV at all.
No, I'm saying,
they had their moments.
They did what they were booked to do. Like people complain about Dean Ambrose's U.S. title run. Yeah, he defended it a few times. He was booked to do that, bro. It's not his fault. You know what I mean?
And a little pandemic got in the way. And which U.S. title we talk about?
Talking about when he was like the WWE U.S. title, the U.S. title, the real U.S. title, not that other one that doesn't make any sense.
But Cody held it, so it should be a real title. The real American, real American, Cody Rhodes.
That literally doesn't make any sense. If we create an Intercontinental Championship, doesn't mean it's the Intercontinental title. No, it's stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, technically, because it's a WCW championship, not a WWE championship.
Is it not the WWE United States Championship?
Well, I mean,
they acquired the rights, so they can do whatever they want.
Oh, so they just absorb it, and it's the lineage dates back to WCW.
Yeah, I mean the lineage dates back to the NWA. Harley Race, brother, first champ, 1975. What you want to know? Historian of this thing.
Did he win it in that tournament down in Brazil for the U.S. title?
No, he won it in I want to say one of the Carolinas or Dakota or something like that. Moving on.
It wasn't South Dakota.
You never know. WWE and AEW are going to be holding panels at San Diego's Comic-Con this weekend. So people are like, oh, the real Forbidden Door is open. The two companies are going to be in the same place at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Even though I'm pretty sure there's been WWE and AEW people under the same roof. There was like an AEW WWE match that happened, whatever, like not a match, but there was like, I mean, TNA had their thing. It's not like AEW and WWE haven't cross paths, like ships in the night.
But a whole bunch of them are going to be in the same place at the same time. That's why the people are excited.
Oh my goodness. A big old brawl is going to take place.
Could you imagine? That would be something. That would be something.
I mean, can we get the rematch of the New Day versus the Elite?
Actually in ring though?
Well, that wouldn't be a rematch. That'd just be first time ever.
First time ever. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine the magnitude of that? Blow the roof off the place. Inside the ring, the Usos have been champions for a year. They won the SmackDown tag titles a year ago, a couple days ago when they defeated the Mysterios. And now they've acquired the Raw tag titles. They're the undisputed tag champs, and all is well in the world.
Yeah, shout out to the Usos. Been champs a year to go with Roman's nearing 2+ almost 3 year run.
Yes.
At this point.
Yes.
Oh no, it's been 2 years.
It's been 2 years, but we're look, man. Like I said, that boy don't lose that title until he beats Dwayne smack dab in the middle of the ring in Los Angeles. All right. I said this 2 years ago, bro. I said this 2 years. If that actually happens, the prophecy will be fulfilled.
He'll be the real head of the table because I mean, let's be honest. I think we really know who is the head of the table in the family. But just he hasn't said anything yet.
The elders bestowed the lay to the tribal chief. What else do you need?
Dwayne's been away working, so he's not able to be at the family table all that often.
Hey,
so if he comes back to the family table,
when you provide for the family, you make time to be at the table. He hasn't made time
because he's making too much.
Look, I've been at the family dinners, bro. I understand. I know what's going on.
Okay,
like I know what's going on. Like I'm seeing the Fatus this Saturday at Stars of Wrestling. I'm on a call. Come see us, yes sir. But yeah, Ric Flair's last match has been announced. His actual last match. Look, the cinematography was fantastic. Let's not even start. Let's get that out there. That was fantastic. I don't know who she is, but she's gorgeous. Jesus, watching the ESPYs. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Yes, Jeff Jarrett, the guy that's reffing the tag title match at SummerSlam, is going to team with Jay Lethal, who's wrestling this Saturday for the Ring of Honor television title. They're going up against Ric Flair and
the real forbidden doors open, brother.
And Andrade El Idolo, the son-in-law or one of the son-in-laws of the Nature Boy. Hey, Flair, Rick went the extra mile. Was bleeding and stuff. Well, did you see the segment? What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
So I've been pretty outspoken of this Ric Flair match. Should not be happening. I mean, the man has a pacemaker. He said he's not going to take his pills because he's on blood thinners and all these other different things that if he shouldn't take when he's wrestling. So I am, against this match, and I don't know why people are so amped to see this. And as it's sold out the original venue and moved to a bigger venue. That being said, I haven't seen the videos. Like they've done like this documentary leading up to it. And apparently it's been really good. So I mean, shout out to them. But as you said, the angle, the beatdown in the parking lot, and then he bleeds, or at least he bleeds. And I'm just like, really, Rick? I feel like it's honestly kind of sad. Like, okay, I get it. You're trying to have one last rodeo. But he's in his 70s. He almost died a few years ago. Do we really need this? We don't need this.
What's that guy that's wrestling in Impact? I think his name is Michael Jackson. I'm not even joking. That wrestler, he's like 80 something, and he's going.
Does he have a pacemaker?
Probably does. Look, I look at it like this. Rick did this for legit the majority of his life, and he's been in car accidents, plane crashes.
He had the plane crash before he even got big.
But he kicked out at 2.99999 several years ago. I think he feels as though he's still here for a purpose and to do this. Look, it's like, what position do you play?
I should play left bench, but
what position do you play?
I'm a utility player. I go all over the place.
Okay. Like seriously, what position? Like what's?
It doesn't matter. I mean, you can name any position you want, Phillip. It's your.
What's the position that you play? Like that's your position. Like you're the best at. What position is that?
None, because I'm trash.
Okay, well then, why are you on the team?
Because we need players.
Okay. It's like Lil Durst. Lil Durst. It's like 25 years from now, if they say they want Lil Durst to walk on the field, walk on that diamond one more time, stand on that mound one more time, and pitch a game. Think he's not going to do it? One more. If they want me at 60 something years old to put back on a singlet and wrestle one more time, think I'm probably not going to do it? I'm going to do it.
Well, first off, you're much younger than Ric Flair would be.
Okay, if I was Ric Flair's age what was he, 73? Yes, I'm 7. I'll even say older. Let's say I'm 75 years old, putting on the singlet.
With the pacemaker, on blood thinners.
Yes.
And suffering from plantar fascia right now.
I'm doing all that. I'm putting it on. I'm putting the headgear on. I'm lacing up the shoes one more time to have one more go because I love it.
And because you're shamed 40 years ago because your co-host who hadn't wrestled in 15 years for a cup of coffee beat you in the middle of the ring.
What ring? There's a mat. There's no ring. What are you
It's a squared circle, brother.
No.
It's the circled circle, brother.
Oh, you're talking about our match where I'm going to beat you in November. Okay, I get it. I understand.
I mean, we
But
saw
my point-
we saw the physical condition of Sunday. Yeah, I'm just saying.
There were too many vitamins involved that day, brother. Okay. Way too many vitamins.
I mean, me and Lil Durst stepped through the curtain, and it was just a puff of smoke. I almost passed out.
Oh man,
It hit me.
Man. I mean, it's July. This isn't November.
A lot of time for me to get better.
Well, you have to be on the mat to get better.
I'm just gonna rely on my brute strength and agility.
All right. Anyway, my point is, this guy did this for the majority of his life, and honestly, I think he wants to kind of erase what he did in TNA. Like, let's be real. Like, if he had just retired with the Shawn match, this most likely wouldn't be happening. I'm gonna say that. I'm honestly gonna say that. I think he wants to. Like, he even said it in the press conference. He wants to be better than Flair in 09. So we'll see, man. I mean, it's a tag match. They're gonna take care of him. He'll do a crossbody. He'll blade. He'll bleed. Figure four to probably lethal a tap, and then boom, we go home. Ric Flair has his last match, and that's it.
Hopefully, that's all that happens.
I mean,
if he Randy the Rams it, I don't think Ric Flair would be all that mad.
Well, we don't know what happened to Randy the Ram.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. They should have made a second one. Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor is this weekend.
There's a reason they didn't make a second one. He didn't make it.
We don't know that. There's only one way to find out, and they didn't do it. Shout out, what's Marissa Tomei? Shut up. But yeah, Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor is this weekend.
Yes, it is. They made a hard push on Dynamite this week, and it's a pay-per-view. It's gonna happen. It's very AEW centric, and someone who never has really been into Ring of Honor. I don't know what the buzz is around this show.
How have you never been into Ring of Honor?
I mean, Ring of Honor is not in our area. Like, I love the people that have walked through those doors, and I've seen some matches. I have some.
How do you
DVDs.
love Daniel Bryan but don't love Ring of Honor?
Phillip, when has Ring of Honor been readily available in the Bay Area?
Okay, that doesn't matter. You loved New Japan, but you weren't going to shows.
Actually, I did go to shows.
You get my.
I just disproved your point.
You get my point. You weren't at the Tokyo Dome for.
I've still been to like 3 New Japan shows.
Okay, but that wasn't like, they weren't the shows that people talk about.
I mean, but the Cow Palace was like the biggest U.S. show they ever did.
That show wasn't good, and because I fell asleep, it was not good. And Cody didn't walk out with the title. That show was trash. Yeah. Next.
Well, apparently, you're such a big Ring of Honor person. Why don't you talk about it?
Because this is Ring of Honor, man. And this is where Eddie Guerrero went after he got fired from WWE, and then went back and won the title. The first summer of Punk. Daniel Bryan being a menace. Kevin Owens being a real menace.
I don't think Daniel Bryan ever wrestled in Ring of Honor. If you're going to go there, I'll go there too.
Try to be cute with it, huh?
I mean, you're out here trying to twist my words saying I've never been super into Ring of Honor, not saying I don't know the history and how important they are to independent wrestling in the past 20 years.
No, you don't.
No, yeah,
if you're not super into it, then you don't know. You have to be super into it to know. And you don't.
Okay, what do you know that I don't know?
I know it all.
Then name something. Quiz me. Ask me a question that you don't think I can answer.
Okay. Ready for this?
I think so. Hopefully.
Which Briscoe was the Ring of Honor World Champion?
That would be Jay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How long was Samoa Joe the Ring of Honor World Champion?
3 years. I don't know.
Why? I got you.
Okay, how long has he been champion?
I got you.
Well, how long has he been champion then, Phillip?
Bro, he was champion for like 650 days, bro. How did you not know this? Come on, man.
Big Ring of Honor guy right here.
I can't believe this. Can't believe this. Who signed their WWE contract on the Ring of Honor World Title?
Aren't these supposed to be hard questions?
Mm-hmm. Who's a 3-time Ring of Honor champion?
Jay Lethal.
Adam Cole.
Bay.
But you knew. You said you knew. You lied to me. You're a liar.
I am a liar. Why don't you kick me off? You'll have nobody else then, Phillip.
I get people that show up on time. That's all I need. That's all I really need. People that actually show up and the people that show up on time. That's all I need here.
You don't ask for much.
I don't ask for much. You literally just have to show up. I do all the work. I'm sick of slaving over this damn laptop, writing this script for you not to show up. And for you to show up late when it's show day.
I was here.
You showed up late and I didn't get my other interviews because you.
Let's just agree and blame it on. Let's just blame it on Villar.
Villar's a bitch. Yeah, I said it.
There we go. See, we'll just put all the heat on Villar.
I don't even know who that is, but it's all
his fault. He took forever to make the food. Yeah, it's all his fault. Has nothing to do with me or Lil Durst. Trying to be nice.
No. Both of you could have been like, "Hey, like we really need to go." That's all you guys had to do.
Well, they also were, they gave me a shot and a beer. I was just trying to be safe, and I was waiting to eat so I can get something in my system. So you
could have literally just left. Hit a pop. There's a pop. Where's this guy at? Where's this guy live at?
Pretty much, well, not down the street, but fairly close to my house.
Bro, there's like a Popeyes and a Wendy's right there. You could have grabbed something and then just came on.
Yeah, but those Popeyes lines, they be taking too long.
The Wendy's line doesn't.
Popeyes line. That's why I only order from Popeyes on the app now. That's the real way to do it, people. Still takes forever, but not as long if you.
Or you could just drive there and walk inside.
But if you order it on the app, you drive there and walk inside and pick it up. Cutting out the middleman.
I mean, I guess.
And you stack up points, and then you get free chicken sandwiches later.
I guess. But yeah. That's my tangent about it all. Dan. It's fan mail time. Hey, Phillip, can you read this in Austin's voice?
What?
All right. It's actually funny. God dang, Sammy. When Wee Man was throwing shoot potatoes and picked you up for the body slam, I was like, God damn, son. Andre and Hogan can have a damn seat because that some bitch done blew the roof off of Dallas. Great spot. That's
actually, a beer for the working man.
That's actually funny. I'll send you that photo so you can see what that is. Moving on from that, Jack of all trades. Have you guys watched the A&E docs yet? They are tremendous. The biographies and rivalry docs are really fun to watch. Let's see. I watched the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels rivalry. I just started watching the Undertaker biography. Yeah. Let's see what else. I rewatched the Stone Cold one. That's still really good. Have you seen these yet?
No, because I forgot and I don't see advertising for it, so it doesn't remind me. Yep. And then heard the rivalries stuff is really nothing, but the bios are pretty good.
The rivalry stuff is it's nice, You got Freddie Prinze, you got JBL, you got Kofi, Tamina, and then the
just the group that I want to hear talk about Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
And then the Smack Talk, and you got Booker, and you got Peter Rosenberg, and it's fantastic. You need to be watching this. We're gonna quiz you next week. We'll see. We'll see. All right, Dan. Logan Paul versus The Miz is getting underestimated. I think they will have a good match together. And we'll see. Backwoods 420. Hey, what wrestler did Vinnie Mac demote and then fire? These allegations wild. I don't even know. There was no name. I don't know, bro.
We're not going to speculate.
How do you wait?
It's out there.
What demotion can you get from being a wrestler? You just get fired.
Just not used.
Oh.
So it's out there if you just kind of look it up. But yeah,
it's out
there's two that it could be
allegedly,
but we're not gonna say
all these alleged things. Yes. Nigerian Prince. They really had this fool Kevin Gates on Dynamite. Yeah, bro.
Hey, Kevin Gates has a hell of a working punch.
Tony Khan will just bring in anybody. Like it's just I guess, bro.
Hey, don't hate on Kevin Gates,
bro. Like if it was like 2014, 2015, okay, yeah. But like Kevin Gates has been in the news for like smashing his cousin. Like he's not in the news because of his music.
It's facts.
Yeah.
And how come they couldn't get like Migos or 21 or somebody from Atlanta, somebody else from Atlanta?
They could have just got T.I., bro. Like I don't get it. They could have just grabbed T.I. Jesus. All right. And Brightest Day X.
Mr. X.
Weapon X. I heard Bully Ray say that Nick Khan is the one who's running WWE. Do you think this is true? I mean, stadium shows, Saturday shows. He has an ear. He has the ear of the right people. I wouldn't say he's just running the thing yet. Or if
I don't know. I don't know what Bully means by running it, but Nick Khan is probably the second or third most powerful person in that company. He has a lot of say and a lot of leeway in what he can do. As you said, we can see it with a lot of the stadium shows. It didn't work out in Money in the Bank. Kind of the emphasis on like celebrities and trying to be even more in the mainstream. So Nick Khan has a growing and one of the biggest voices in that company. And even if Vince were to resign and step away and Nick Khan were to take more power, he's still, I don't think it would be like the guy. It still might be somebody else.
Nope. He also says, are the women's tag titles done? Haven't heard anything about them since they announced the tournament to crown new champs. Well, the NXT women's tag titles are done. Shout out Cora Jade throwing them things in the garbage. Cora Jade, great heel turn so far. I'm a fan. I guess
the heel turn itself wasn't great, but the promo was pretty good.
What do you mean the heel turn itself wasn't great?
The skateboard kind of fell apart before.
The Creed brothers ride her skateboard, so like that amount of weight. The skateboard's like it was built like for her weight, and the Creed brothers, those are some big boys. So like it just snapped. That's what happened. You have to follow these people and watch their stories to understand this.
So that's on me. That's on me.
I have a deeper understanding of the product.
I was flipping back and forth between that and the All-Star game, and Cora Jade was talking during a commercial break.
All-Star game? What All-Star game? Who?
The Major League Baseball All-Star game, the best All-Star game.
Who was playing? Who was playing?
The All-Stars were playing.
Name one.
Juan Soto.
I know
Julio Rodriguez.
I know stars. Haven't heard of any of these guys. You know you're a star if I hear from you.
Aaron Judge.
No. Let me rephrase that.
Miguel Cabrera.
You know you're a star if I have heard of you. Haven't heard of these guys.
Well, can you name one baseball player?
None of them are
Shohei
stars.
Shohei Ohtani.
None of them are stars.
If you're going to sit here and say Shohei Ohtani is not a star, Phillip, you said some stupid things on this podcast.
Bro,
the stupidest thing you've ever said.
Bro, I know who Anderson Varejao is. Why? Because he was a star.
Yes, and Shohei Ohtani has nothing on Anderson Varejao.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out Varejao. One of the best. Gotta love him. I mean, like, I know, like, from back in the day, like Eric Chavez, shout out Darryl Strawberry.
Eric Chavez was not a star as much as they love him.
He was. I knew who he was. I knew who he was.
He's right there behind.
He was a star.
He was not a star.
Don't ever say that again. He was my hero. How dare you?
I mean, he's one of the reasons him and Babe Ruth is why we're number 3. So, you're preaching to the choir here about how much we love Eric. This is an Eric Chavez podcast, but he's not a star, to be honest. Oakland Athletics Hall of Famer.
The Babe Ruth, I mean,
Eric
guess.
Chavez. Big Sandlot guy. So Babe Ruth, my guy.
Jackie Robinson.
Hey, Jackie Robinson, 75 years.
Jackie Robinson was better.
Yesterday was his wife's 100th birthday.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you definitely knew that before I told you.
I did. My mom told me yesterday. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Shout out. Well, your mom knew, but did you know?
Yes. Yes, I did. After she told me.
Right. Oh, yes. After she told you, of course.
I'm not keeping up on the birthdays of widowed people.
Heroes.
I mean,
she carried on his legacy after he passed away.
Yes, just shout out. I mean, Jackie Robinson, one of the best. None of the players you named are ever going to be a Jackie Robinson, but hey, it is what it is.
That's facts. That's a fact, Jack. Do you know who this person I'm wearing is?
Who was that?
That'd be Yasiel Puig.
See, once again, not a star.
Well, he's not in the league anymore because he got ostracized and blackballed because he was having too much fun and people hated him. So now he's down in like Mexico or something.
If I don't watch the sport, but yet I know who you are, you're a star. It's just a fact.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Okay.
Kansas City, baby. Yeah.
Part owner of the Kansas City Royals.
You see, I know. Come on, bro.
Derek Carr.
Yes.
Oh, so Derek Carr is more of a star than Shohei Ohtani. Got it.
I know who he is.
So breaking news. I know this might be a shocker to everybody, but the whole world apparently revolves around Phillip.
I don't understand why you don't get this. Why don't you understand this?
Brandon Phillips.
No.
But you put some respect on Brandon Phillips' name. One of my favorite players, and I learned is the father of Jade Cargill's daughter. Shout out.
I mean, shout out for that. Yeah.
Best thing he did in his entire life, right?
Shout out for that. I mean,
short king.
Yeah, man. He won there.
He's a
baseball player, right?
Sorry, Mr. X. Cincinnati Reds legend, Brandon Phillips. I love him. Dad dude BP.
Oh, maybe that's why. Lastly, Mr. X says, Will Ospreay recently used the one wing angel in a match? Does that mean Kenny could be returning soon? Sidebar, Mike Bailey's version of the one wing angel is much better than Kenny Omega's. I said it. Shout out Speedball. And Will Ospreay versus Kenny. I don't need to see that.
The internet tells me Kenny is not too far away from returning.
How do we know this? How do we actually know? Did Kenny Omega actually say it? No. So then how do we know?
I just said the internet told me, so I don't know.
So sick of this. It's being reported. Reported by who?
Baby Huey's favorite guy, Sean Ross Sapp.
Shout out SRS. He's a great guy here. Look, man.
Very down to earth, very nice guy. Says hi to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
He was brought up in the business the right way.
I mean, did you say goodbye to everybody Saturday?
Yeah.
You shake all the hands on the way out?
I'm not shake all the hands, but I said goodbye to everybody.
Did you say goodbye to Boss Man?
I didn't see Boss Man.
He was on the giant stage. How did you not see him?
I wasn't allowed on the giant stage.
Wow, you could have been like, "Hey, man, thank you for having us." But
I didn't have that type of access.
Wow. I don't know. I can't bring you back if you're gonna be doing this.
Damn. I guess you have to drive there next time. On time.
Yeah. Like I get there on time. I get all my interviews. It's fantastic.
It wasn't as late and as far of a drive as Stockton.
Well,
it could have been worse, and it has been worse.
We'll see We'll see at Stockton Con how you do. All right.
Well, I mean, the last Stockton Con wasn't my fault. Shout out Snitsky.
Well, maybe it's time to cut that cord. Let's move on to Monday Night Raw. This has been going for an hour. Jesus. All right. Titus O'Neil's promo. What are your thoughts on that?
It was weird.
Why? Because it's a safe environment?
Yes. Just unannounced, Titus O'Neil to open Raw, talking about how inclusive and how great WWE is.
Are you ready for
It
this?
was interesting timing.
Are you ready for this? Anything can happen in WWE.
Including more allegations of Vince McMahon's sexual improprieties.
Allegations. Just that, allegations.
Exactly. Except for the payments, which are real.
Well, it actually costs more to go to court and try to fight. So you pay them, but still you look guilty by doing so.
Yes, because Vince McMahon, if he was to be sued from any lower level employee, could not fight them in court.
Hey, man. I mean, why go through all the real legal fees when you can just...
And the bad PR of a trial.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that this happens to the moguls.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame Jeffrey Epstein got, it's a shame.
By the
Harvey
moguls,
Weinstein.
by the moguls, I mean Vince McMahon.
Oh, okay.
Not these other guys. Jesus.
Okay.
What are you trying to do?
You said the moguls, and
I mean
Jeffrey Epstein and Harvey Weinstein
McMahon
were pretty high up there in terms of power and money.
Where are they now?
Well, one of them didn't kill himself.
Oh.
Then.
All right. Well, tie this on the promo and then all inclusive WWE, yes.
Except for when you go to Saudi Arabia and
they're all inclusive.
Well, Sonya Deville can't exactly be included. Inclusive.
I feel like she was there, right?
She was there, but she can't exactly be herself there.
What do you?
If you know what I mean.
I feel like was she like on camera at a Saudi show? I feel like she was in the suit. She was being herself. She was in the suit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Riddle versus Rollins is official for SummerSlam. This is going to be fire.
It should be a really good match. Both these guys, I don't know if they need a win, but both coming off losses. So match should be really good.
Rollins needs it more.
Rollins does need it more, but Riddle, I think, is in a better place. And so if Riddle were to lose again, I feel like he gets hurt more than if Rollins loses again.
He lost to the Tribal Chief. He's not in a better place.
I mean, I think people...
His partner's gone.
Care about him a little bit more than Rollins.
Who's more valuable to this company?
What do you mean by valuable? I don't really think anybody is that valuable except for like Brock Lesnar or Roman Reigns.
Seth Rollins isn't valuable?
Nah, not really.
What?
Yeah. It's more about the...
Are you
company.
drunk?
No, I'm sober as a gopher.
Are you? How is Seth Rollins not valuable to WWE?
Not saying he's not a good wrestler and a good talent. I'm just... WWE has defined out everybody so much that they don't really, they can bring somebody else in. Not saying they're going to do better or worse.
You know how you test Seth Rollins' value? He loses 3 matches in a row to Cody Rhodes, and still he feels like a star. That's value. Riddle loses 3 matches in a row. Maybe it's not working out. I can't believe you would say that. Can't believe you would say that. How dare you? And you love big time Bex, and you're going to talk about Seth this way?
I would say Becky Lynch is more valuable than Seth Rollins.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my God! I might have to replace you.
I don't think that's that much of a hot take, but if you think it's a scorching hot take, then
just downplaying Seth. I mean, just downplaying the drip god.
I just feel like his character is in a really bad place right now.
I can't believe this. One of the hottest heels in the business today. I can't believe you're saying this.
Yep, because when he comes on screen, everyone is vociferously booing him and cares.
He's over. They're singing the song. He is over.
I mean, just because we get Pavlovian singing doesn't mean he's over.
But
is Jericho super over because people sing his song all the time?
Of course.
It's not because of the song. It's because of like some other things,
What do you mean other things?
like his character, and I don't even
It's the
really
song
like.
and it's him. Like
I don't
It's
even
the same
really
with
like
Seth Rollins. It's the song and it's him. Why do they go? Oh, when Becky comes out, it's the song and it's her. I don't.
And I also think there's like crowd noise in Seth Rollins' song, so I think it's also like a piped in sound.
What you see, you have to watch in-house videos from that night to get it. And no, they're singing, brother.
Okay.
I do the extra. This is how much I care about this business.
Thank you.
AJ Styles defeats Austin Theory via count out.
Gotta love the kind of finishes. WWE is just in love with them.
How are they in love with him? This was a contest. He got attacked. The ref didn't see it, and he couldn't get in the ring. Like, I don't. What are you talking about?
I mean, we had a count out finish last week with Becky or Bianca and Carmella and Becky.
Didn't Bianca pin Carmella?
Not last week.
Pretty sure that was last week.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
Most that was last week.
Pretty sure this week Carmella lost to Bianca, and now we're gonna get Becky. And
That was this week. But
watch the product.
I have a lot going on.
He watches the product so much that he can't discern the difference.
My car's in the shop. I have a lot going on.
T's and P's.
It's not dead. Not like Los Padres. It's not dead.
I mean, just because you can give T's and P's even though someone's not dead.
I feel
T's
like
and P's is kind of like I'm sending positive vibes, sending good vibes your way with the T's and P's.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Dominic joins the Judgment Day.
Kind of.
Sort of.
The old Seth Rollins trying to threaten to kill Edge or whatever. And
yes, from 2014. Yes. He's valuable to this company.
And then Cena brings back the Authority after like a month or 3 weeks.
It was a long month.
It's a great month.
What do you mean?
It was a great month. No Authority, no heel Authority figures having to worry about, destroying the show. And
was that Cody Rhodes? Cody Rhodes is at the ESPYs?
Oh my gosh, did he win some sort of award for best WWE moment or something? I don't.
Oh my goodness! I saw the American Nightmare of the ESPYs, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, we all know what the real best WWE moment of the year was.
What was it?
Sasha Banks at the Royal Rumble.
What'd she do?
She had a fantastic entrance, Sailor Moon. Then she eliminates Melina, and she celebrates.
How did she celebrate?
By imitating Melina with the splits.
So
it was a great moment. The crowd went absolutely crazy.
Objectifying Sasha Banks?
I'm not objectifying her.
Then what are you?
I'm just celebrating her moment in the Royal Rumble.
By celebrating what moment?
Her victory, quote unquote, in the Rumble over Melina. And as she stood tall as the only person in the match.
I mean, but what you're celebrating, she wasn't actually standing. She was what? I don't. What was she doing?
She was imitating.
No, she
was celebrating and imitating and mocking.
Not mocking, celebrating, or imitating. What was she doing?
I don't know. What was she doing, Phillip?
What was the action that she was doing?
She was doing a splits.
You brought this up.
She was doing a splits, just like Melina does.
So you're saying the best WWE moment was a woman doing the splits?
Maybe. It's a shame that the WWE let her go. Is she gone?
We don't actually know that. They haven't.
We don't know. They don't say anything.
Said that. So this could all be the biggest work of all time. Yeah. So
maybe she comes back at next year's WrestleMania or Royal Rumble.
Bookings 2023. Apparently 30,000 for an appearance. Get her at Stockton Con? Huh?
Maybe.
Might that kind of cash? I hope so. I'm trying to see her. Alexa Bliss, Nikki ASH, and Doudrop all win the 24/7 title.
Good for them.
I've interviewed 2 former 24/7 champions. Yep.
Kelly.
And
Did Ted DiBiase win one?
ha! Everybody's got a price. Yes, sir. Of course he did.
Good for him.
Yep. Let's go to AEW. Jericho wins a barbed wire everywhere match. The Appreciation Society's in a shark cage. State Conti comes out. Anna Jay turns heel. Sammy Guevara's back. There's blood. There's barbed wire. Ruby Soho gets knocked the F out. Jericho, with the Judas effect, wins, and it's all chaos. And yes.
So, like the first 80-90% of the match, I liked. Not the biggest death match, barbed wire, bloody kind of guy, but
you didn't like the death match at Ugwa?
Yeah, no, it wasn't super gory, super bloody. There wasn't. There were thumbtacks, and there was a creative contraption which I haven't seen before, which was a bunch of cut open Modelo cans glued to a board, which looked like it hurt.
I may or may not be responsible for drinking some of those.
Thanks for sharing.
You got to come to now. You have to come to the Ugwa house. I think it's time.
Anyways,
yes.
Match was cool. I like the Kingston Jericho walking brawl, but then everything that kind of transpired afterwards, I did not like. You had the shark cage. Not saying it's a super protected gimmick, but you bring out Ty Conti and Jericho Creation Society comes out. Bam, blood. Blackpool Combat Club makes a save. Okay, cool. We got that out of the way, but we're going to get back to the Kingston Jericho match. And then Sammy, who was obvious by his absence because he wasn't in the shark cage, and I don't think they really said anything about him. They just, until they came out, I was like, oh, we thought Sammy wasn't going to be here because he fell off the cage. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then Jericho wins. And then 45 seconds later, Kingston has a magic mushroom and comes back to life and throws Jericho into the barbed wire bed or whatever it's called. And he stands tall.
Whoa. Magic shrooms?
Like the Mario Brothers, like Super Mario.
So magic shrooms.
Magic mushroom or whatever. I don't know what the...
Shrooms?
What's a mushroom that gives you powers?
Shrooms, right?
Sure, shrooms.
Magic shrooms? Is that the name of this episode?
Sure, why not?
I don't know about all that, but yeah, I didn't like how he just got up and kind of didn't sell the finish, brother. But I was just like, all right, I guess this is how this is happening.
And I know the whole point of the match was Kingston just wanted to make Jericho bleed, but I thought this would have been the perfect point to just have Kingston beat Jericho. And if they are dragging this out until All Out, All Out's over a month away, a month and 5 weeks away. So yeah, I guess you could kind of drag it out to that time, but I thought this was kind of the perfect point to where Kingston could have finally got that win, and it didn't happen. So I'm not a big barbed wire blood match guy, so the match itself was meh. And then I thought the finish just kind of made the ending of the show kind of very flat for me. I did not like it.
Yeah, it was not the move. Not the move. All right. Jungle Boy returned. Tell us about that.
Jungle Boy did return. We had Luchasaurus and Christian in a tag team match against the Varsity Blondes, and they just win pretty easily. And then Jungle Boy makes his return. Luchasaurus steps up to Jungle Boy, and then Luchasaurus just steps aside, and Christian runs like a scalded dog, and Jungle Boy chases after him, but then we never hear back from him. So after this, 3 weeks or something of Luchasaurus and Christian together with no real explanation for why Luchasaurus is with Christian, then he just turns back again. Okay, so this was another thing that I didn't think made a whole lot. And also Excalibur did the Bobby Heenan line of right before Luchasaurus turned, he was like, oh, whose side is he? He literally said the Bobby Heenan line when Hogan came out for the NWO. And I was like, oh, I wasn't thinking about it. And then once he said it, I was like, oh, okay, Luchasaurus is going to turn. And then
that's Excalibur being a mark. He wasn't gone long enough for the concerto. He was gone 3 weeks. It should have been longer.
Well, Sammy Guevara came back from 2 weeks after falling off of a cage.
See, if I'm this is why I need the pen.
Apparently, AEW's got those magic mushrooms.
Oh, so we are doing Magic Shrooms. This is the name of this one, huh? All right, cool.
I don't know.
Put it on the script. That's it.
Sounds good. That's all I'm good for.
Yeah, I mean, it should have been gone longer. I don't. You could have just had, honestly, could have just had Ty Conti and Anna Jay save Jericho, and yeah, we didn't get an explanation. Maybe next week Luchasaurus would be like, I don't know what to do, or something like that, or I don't know.
And I mean, like Luchasaurus was like a heel, I guess, but he never like
went
super over the top with it.
This just popped into my mind. It's just popped into my mind. Oh my God, what is it? What if Christian makes Luchasaurus wrestle Jungle Boy, and if Luchasaurus refuses, he's going to tell us what happened to Marco? Because that's how they got together in the first place.
I guess, but still, the Luchasaurus aspect of things just kind of makes it like kind of weird and doesn't make a whole lot of sense. As I said, like you're with Christian and subservient to him, and then you just join Jungle Boy because Jungle Boy came back. It's like, how am I supposed to care about this guy when he's just so flippy floppy? Oh, sorry about this dinosaur.
I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see what else is on the script. FTR cut a great promo ahead of Death Before Dishonor. Cat, or was it Cash? It's Dax. Dax talked about his 8-year-old daughter. What was she, be cancer or something like that?
She had a hole in her heart.
She had a hole in her heart, yes. That's a great promo. Let's see what else happened.
I love this promo. This is my favorite thing about AEW. I thought it was fantastic, even though it was to build to the ROH title match. But I loved it.
Fight like an 8-year-old girl.
I mean, I thought it was a great line. FTR, I wasn't sold on them being a babyface team, but they have just blown it out of the water, and good for them.
I mean, they're no NPR. I'm just saying. Money, power, respect. And then Jade Cargill 500 days undefeated. That's fantastic. And Kiera Hogan, they defeat Willow Nightingale and Athena. Their other partner couldn't be there, so Chris Statlander was barred from ringside. Stokely Hathaway was with Jermaine Dupri at ringside, I guess. They're just
all the big stars were out for Dynamite this week.
Jermaine Dupri, yeah, he was married to Janet Jackson. That's about it, bro. Like, I'm sorry.
And Chompy was there too.
Hey.
The Shark Week mascot. And apparently The Rock is the MC or whatever of Shark Week. How come they couldn't get him?
He has ties somewhere else.
That would have been the real forbidden door.
Speaking of The Rock,
he's
on the ESPYs right now.
The Rock is a part of WWE, but Dwayne Johnson can appear for AEW.
Yeah, he's right here on the ESPYs. This is fantastic. I think that's gonna do it. I was gonna say something about Theory, wasn't I?
What's gonna happen at SummerSlam or
something? So I heard this on Sam Roberts, and this intrigued me. So I get it's an undisputed title, but I mean, they're separate championships. So Theory cashes in or whatever, and then Paul Heyman gives him a lesson in contracts. It was like, no, the contract is for 1 championship, not 2. So then Theory goes off with the WWE title, and Roman continues the Universal run.
I have kind of thought about that and how they could they split the titles, because keeping the title on both titles on Roman with his schedule at least until WrestleMania does seem like a lot, and with no Cody and Theory being the briefcase holder, it is. I just don't know where you go with Roman, like going forward. And the Money in the Bank always did seem like a way to get one of the titles off Roman, whether it was Cody or whoever else. So, I mean, I guess Theory, but I mean, if Theory loses once again to Lashley, they do like to have the person lose and then come back and do the cash in. So,
dude, Dolph Ziggler lost for like the whole time he held that briefcase, but cashed in.
And we wonder why 8-9 years later,
it's the greatest cash in of all time. I know.
Yes,
but,
exactly.
Yeah. Like he doesn't have to lose clean to Lashley, but he could something could happen. I don't know.
A count out.
Ziggler could just interfere. And he could technically. It should have been me, duh. Like, you don't get that?
Yeah, shut it in sync.
What?
What?
What does NSYNC have to do with this?
Well, it's not. It should have been. It's gonna be me. That same thing.
It's literally not. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that shit again here.
Wow, what happened? No profanity.
Started talking about NSYNC. Like,
well, do not start disparaging the good name of NSYNC.
So Justin Timberlake's the star, and what happened to the rest of them?
Well, Joey used to be. I don't know if he still is. He's on Broadway. Lance Bass is killing
Justin Timberlake's the star.
JC Chazet, famous host of America's Best Dance Crew.
Who?
JC Chazet.
Bro, I knew Justin and Joey. That's it, bro. That's it.
And then there's the other one. I always forget what his name is.
NSYNC's best moment is performing with the Jackson 5. I said it. That's it, bro. And that one time they danced with Michael Jackson on TRL. Other than that, it's whatever.
One of the best Super Hop Time shows of all time.
Michael Jackson, yeah, fantastic. Him and Prince killed it. Absolutely, you're right.
Yep. And NSYNC and Aerosmith and Britney Spears, and I think Missy Elliott was there too.
No. We're talking about this year's. I mean, we got some West Coast flavor up in that thing. What?
I mean, J-Lo and Shakira.
Whoa,
amazing.
That's for reasons. Yes, that's that.
We're talking about it was great music.
No
great visuals.
No, that's
great dancing.
That's what J-Lo.
Are you objectifying women? Phillip?
I'm saying J-Lo, one of the best artists of our lifetime. Are you kidding me?
She got more rings in the past 30 years than the Dallas Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I wanted to make a remix saying I'm still Philly from the block. No
remix coming soon.
I'm still Philly from the block. I don't know, man. And I'm real with Ja Rule. Man, we about to talk about J-Lo's bangers, bro. Hold on. Are you a fan of I'm Real? Are you a fan of that one? Because I'm real. The way you walk, the way you talk.
You know, J-Lo's got a great movie on the cock with Owen Wilson.
You know what? I've seen the previews. I need to watch it. You know what's my favorite J-Lo movie? The Boy Next Door.
I like I don't even know what it's called, but it's like she has like an abusive boyfriend or something.
Oh my god!
And then she becomes like a black belt or something. She goes to kill him or something. I don't know what it's called. It's one of those early 2000s J-Lo movies.
Man, that sound. And then Hustlers the plot was fantastic. Obviously Selena. I mean, obviously Selena. Yes. Yeah.
R.I.P.
That's R.I.P. Still going out with the T's and P's. I think that's going to do it for our podcast this week. We talked about cell phones, talked about J-Lo,
Eric Chavez,
NSYNC. I don't know who else are we talking about right now.
I know we're not talking about Brian. Who?
the other guy?
Yeah, now he's the other guy.
Oh man, Jesus.
Or that guy.
That guy. That guy. Oh,
he probably fell asleep or something.
Dr. Pepper Zero. What is this? They have Dr. Pepper Zero now?
I know. I need to get on that. Trying to watch the calories. I do need to and the Dr. Pepper connoisseur.
So I'm one of the biggest Dr. Pepper guys in the biz. Hold on now.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I mean, high school Brandon might have to beg to differ.
I don't know. While high school, I was drinking Monsters, and do you remember Vault?
Kind of.
I think I was one of the biggest Vault guys in the biz. I had the green one, I had the red one. Thought it was fantastic.
It's all about the hyphy juice.
It's all about Surge, brother. Talking about Surge.
I don't. It probably gives you kidney stones or something.
You've never had Surge?
You ever had a
Ecto Cooler?
I've already forgot what former sponsor of Curveballs in Church. That's I've already Raise Energy. Shout out Raise Energy.
Raisin. I've never had that. So you and Dominic are gonna kiss on the show? What is that? What's going on there?
Well, it has to do with baseball. Phillip had to do with the home run derby, and he said that if Albert Pujols had no chance in hell of beating Kyle Schwarber in the home run derby because he's an old man.
I saw the video, and I saw the Madonna and the Christina Aguilera and the Britney and the. It's. I mean, what? How do you feel about Christina Aguilera? Let's get on that topic right now.
Don't have strong opinions. I mean, if we're gonna go out of the three, probably goes Britney and then Madonna and then Christina, kind of a distant third.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna die on this hill. I like Christina's music probably better than Madonna and Britney. I said it.
A hot take. I mean, I feel like
Genie in a Bottle. Come on, bro.
I know, but I just feel like the catalogs of Britney and Madonna. I mean, they too big. They way bigger.
Like Dirty and Beautiful. You are beautiful. Come on, bro. Man, don't get me started.
The Little Rascals did that song way better.
Don't get me started on Christina Aguilera, bro. Like my cousin Regina, I call her Genie in a Bottle because of that song. That's all I'm saying, bro. Oops, I did it again. I'm not calling nobody toxic after a Britney Spears song. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anybody needs to Vogue with me. You know what I'm saying? Jesus.
Shout out Grado, living on our like a prayer. Great entrance song.
It is a great entrance song. I mean, I respect Madonna and Britney more than Lil Wayne, so it's fine.
And that was just unnecessary.
It had to get the Lil Wayne dig in there. Thank you guys so much. We are leaving. Stars of Wrestling, Rooted in Wrestling, is in Alameda this Saturday. Let's read that card off before we get out of here. Jesus. Stars of Wrestling. Stars of Wrestling. Let's see. Oh my God. Let me find it. You've never been to a Stars of Wrestling, have you?
I have not. I guess that has to be next on the bucket list.
That might have to be next on the bucket list. Absolutely. We're gonna get you out there. I really can't find this. This might be sad. Jesus Christ. I'm a terrible worker for this. Okay, here we go. Stars of Wrestling. There we go. Rooted in Wrestling. We are going to have a lot of matches. You're gonna have Carlito versus Big Juicy Finale with the special guest referee. Who else do we have here? Let's see what else we got here. Appearances by Tasha Steelz, the Impact Women's or Knockouts champion. Got the Godfather Moose, Chris Masters. Let's see. The big main event, the South Pacific Savages. Yes, the Fatus and oh my God, what's his name? Sione Finale going up against the World's Freshest Tag Team at JTG. I think the heavyweight title and tag titles are all on the line. Moose versus Cody Hall. That's going to be something. Levi Shapiro's on this. Daga's on this. Like it's a lot is going on. A lot is happening at this show. Gangrel's going to be there. I think I've already said that, but it's a big show. Jekyll's, Boyce LeGrand, just come out, man. It's going to be something nice. It is going to be very fun. I hope you guys get out there. Alameda Point Gym, that's where it is. Showtime is at 6. It's kid friendly. Come out and just have a great time. I'm on the call and I might be doing some other stuff. I'm really moving up in this world, huh?
Look at you, just all over the place, making the towns. I know. If you're in Hollister, go check out Ugwa. They're doing a show at like a little beer festival thing this Saturday as well. I won't be able to attend that, unfortunately. But come out for the next Ugwa show. It is the same day as Sunday day of Stockton Con. So Saturday, we got to do the do. And then Sunday, to Live and Die in SJ. You can see the new champion of Sharks. Nick Xander, you can see the Pride Style champion Sandra Moon, who
On October 30th at Devil's Night back in Emporium, she's taking on Dave Dutra for the UGWA Championship. So that's going to be fire. And so much more. A lot of wrestling's happening in the Bay Area. And I'm excited for it. Thank you guys so much. Stay clean, stay strong, stay safe. Diamonds are forever. So is the microphone Messiah.
Elite podcasting. I know you like it. Yeah, the bullet cast, fearless. The bullet cast, fearless. The bullet cast, fearless. Elite podcasting. We on the bullet cast now, fearless. The bullet cast now, fearless. Elite podcasting. No, we on elite podcasting. No, we on.
This has been the Bulletcast. Thank you for listening.